Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your mid-September 2017 tarot card reading. So this is roughly September 15th through September 30th. But it's the 9th today, and I'm doing this reading, I'm doing this reading on the 9th. So probably I'm tapping into a bit of the present energy and also the energy that's going to be coming up here in the next few weeks. All right, so I'm just going to dive right in. I've shuffled and meditated on your sign, and I drew an animal card. Some things came up, but we'll touch on that a little bit later. Let's just go ahead and dive in. So you have the Cobra. And there is a really strong, alive energy, to this archetype for you guys. So the Cobra, pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The Cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the Cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher, remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When in balance, a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, a know-it-all or egocentric. To bring into balance, taking a class, study. So as I said, these cards, these animal cards I use as sort of an overarching thematic energy for the reading for the rest of the reading as we move forward. The Cobra, and just keep this in mind as we look at the other cards. So the Cobra, very strong theme for you guys over the next few weeks. What comes up strongly for me with this card is the Hierophant or the Hierophant. The Hierophant is what I say. And it really is meditation, or meditation is always so valuable, but particularly this is speaking to that. And while I was meditating on your sign, something that came up was this question of, I wasn't even quite sure. I was like, it felt like a half-heartedness to a degree, and not extreme, but almost like you were tiptoeing. You were sort of playing with a little bit of half-heartedness about moving forward with something. This tentativeness in approaching something that is important to you, that you really don't want to be half-hearted about. This is something that it's something that's calling for your full devotion, and this is ushering you forward. The Cobra is saying, really, really go there. And with the Hierophant, there is that teacher, and even with that meditation cue that the Cobra gives us, the Cobra energy gives us, it's they say that our higher selves sit right at, that sit in our center in meditation, and so there is sort of this stepping into the seat of our higher selves. So over the next few weeks, you're really being asked to step into to sit in the seat of your own power. So let's just keep that in mind. And then the first card that popped out here is the World reversed. And that popped right out, so I'm going to just pull a couple more cards here, and let's get started. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups. So we have the World reversed at the very top here. And then we have the Seven of Cups next to the High Priestess, next to the Daughter of Pentacles, next to the Two of Cups. We have the Three of Wands next to the Star reversed, next to the Devil. We have the Son of Cups reversed next to the Ace of Wands, next to the Son of Swords. And then right in the middle, we have the Six of Cups reversed. So let's see. So over here, we have my focus is being drawn to these two crescent moons. And the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups. The High Priestess speaks of intuition, and the Seven of Cups speaks to perspective and options. But and so together, I feel these are saying to tap into your intuition, to really trust yourself, that there's something here that you've got choices and decisions to make. There are decisions that need to be made. And so there's this feeling, and also the Four of Cups is sort of flashing here. So there is this feeling where we can sometimes rest in this space too long of just letting the opportunities or the possibilities sort of float and hang around us. And we can consider and ponder a bit too long. And the High Priestess, I feel, is saying, time to make a decision, time to really commit to something and move forward with it. This is saying that there are, that there's a sense that you just may be hanging on to the decision-making process a little bit too preciously. And this is just sort of saying, you know, to get a move on. So, and really strongly with the perspective aspect, it's also I'm hearing I heard it's what you make of it. It's what you make of it. So it's almost like you've got several good options around you. Almost like a couple different directions you could choose to go. And it's not so much about which direction you choose. It's about your commitment, your practice of devotion and persistence, and your attitude. And that's nothing new, is it? That's, attitude is just, it's the color of any experience. And that carries us right into, this is a great example of it, the Daughter of Pentacles, right next to the Two of Cups. So this is also, I feel like, looking on the bright side in relationships, in relationship to yourself, in relationship to your current circumstances, to wherever you are, or in relationship to your relationship. And so this is also sort of saying, to maybe reinfuse, to infuse your relationships to all these things that I just said, to your work, to infuse it with a bit more color, to pay mind to a bit more tender loving care. There is this really natural and elegant and innocent and tender feeling to this card. And so it's sort of saying, look at your relationships through those eyes, through those lenses. Okay. So we have the Three of Wands, and then we have the Star reversed right next to the Devil. Capricorn's card. So I'm feeling that, I feel this is a character, very, very possibly a character in your life. An earth sign, someone really deeply connected to that earth energy. Or this could be, of course, a material attachment of some kind. Or an emotional attachment of some kind, absolutely. And I'm also reading this very strongly for you, just as raw ambition. So there's this feeling here of I just heard untapped resource. And there's something about this true raw ambition within you that you have yet to tap into. And it's waiting. It's a resource that's waiting to be utilized. And I'm getting this this sense of focused, and I almost scrying, the practice of scrying, of sort of looking in to this divination tool. But there is, and again, we have this sort of that sense with the High Priestess. But there's something connected sort of as a way to begin to tap into and harness and utilize this really raw creative energy, this raw ambition is somehow connecting to your intuition, your spirituality, your higher self. Your higher self is like showing up big time, being reflected big time in this spread for you. So there's something about tapping into that as a way to get a hold of this raw ambition, this really powerful resource for you around your dream, something that is ultimately your dream. It's this deep desire in you that wants to be opened up. So the Son of Cups reversed, the Ace of Wands, and then the Son of Swords on the other side here. And I just heard something about resources this month, So there's an eye on resources, and with the wands, and a lot of wands have been coming up, but the wands is, the aces. The aces are, these are offerings, these are opportunities, these are gifts. These are great new ideas. But whatever it is it's something that wants to, ace is the first step. It's something that the universe, spirit, God, your higher self wants you to explore and to develop. So this fire element of the wand, this creative force, it's saying there's this development of your creative force, and your manifestation abilities over these next couple of weeks. There's this real consideration, this real exploration, almost this whatever you're doing, you're really putting your finger on the pulse of how you manifest, and how you manifest this creative force into your reality, into reality. And with the Son of Cups and the Son of Swords on either side, it's so I just heard between a rock and a hard place, for whatever that might mean. But there is sort of this squeeze. There's this opportunity, and this great, so these feel almost like responsibilities or obligations, perhaps. But it's also sort of speaking to working with others. And we have both sides here, this creative water energy, and then we have this more analytical, logical energy, the sword. So it's finding that way in between. So you're sort of looking at, how do I work with both of these energies? How do I integrate them? How can I get them working together? So there's this bringing sides together. There's this unifying. There's this, I feel that there's this synergy that you are cultivating between others, or between sort of just energetically within yourself or within your environment. But there's this sort of this balancing. There's this integrating of seemingly opposite energies, and finding how to get them to work together harmoniously, and all in pursuit of this higher creative journey. So that's the common denominator. That is what is marrying these two energies together, is this common purpose, this common creative ideal, project, venture, dream. So we have the World reversed, and directly under it, and it's almost creating a line, is the Six of Cups reversed. And it just feels like this straight line coming right, almost like hitting me right in my core, right in my, so there's this, and it feels with the Six of Cups, we're often looking back at our childhoods, at our past emotions, nostalgia, that stuff comes up. But this is deeply connected to our roots, to where we come from, to what has made us who we are today. And with the Cups energy, that water energy, it's often our emotional roots, our family ties, childhood friends, childhood dreams, I just heard. But it's this feeling that there's something about being, it's almost like this flood of this this Six of Cups sort of nostalgic energy that comes in as a way to, it's part of this, it's a part of some sort of karmic cycle. Cycle and rhythm, cycle and rhythm. And it feels as though, and I just heard turntable, a turntable, so tables are turning, but and recycle. And again, there's this feeling of making sense out of something. And there was another sign that got this as well. Got something similar to this energy. Where karma was coming up in a big way. And I feel like it might have been Libra. I'm not sure, but there is this feeling that it's this cycle that is that is inviting you to become something new. That's what it feels like. And a lot of it has to do with looking at things from a different perspective around whatever this particular thing is, this particular experience, or whatever this is that's coming in. It's sort of looking at something from your past, or that's deeply emotional, connected to your roots, and understanding it from an alternate angle. And allowing, this speaks so strongly to evolution. So it's allowing this to evolve. Like you see how the outside, and then the next row, and then it becomes these beautiful flowers. So there is this growth and evolution that whatever this connects to is wanting to happen. And it's this speaks to this evolution of you yourself. So there's this, and your process and your personal development, your personal growth. There is this significant evolution, this leap of evolution that's wanting to happen there as well. So there's a jump. There's a leap of faith. There is that wants to take place, and you are being encouraged to look inside, to really to connect with that. That higher self, that inner teacher, to really sit into that seat of your own power, and allow for whatever this metamorphosis is, allow for this evolution, allow for this change, allow for this transformation, to allow, and I even want to say even more so, allow for this transition to take place. So yeah, so I'm getting that that overall, like what we're looking at here for the next couple of weeks is about making, I just heard clearinghouse. So there's something about looking at sort of the places where you're possibly feeling overburdened, and lightening the load. lightening the load. So that's almost feels like a side note, but there is this sort of, that's something very real to consider is where can you lighten the load? And the reason for it is this focus. You know, there's this real need to tap into this resource here for you. And I feel many of you are actually, you're already doing that. And it's just encouraging you to do so further. You're right on track. You know, this is an exciting time. Just sort of, you know, allow your evolution to take place. Make those decisions. Trust yourself. And yeah, really step into your power here. This is a beautiful time for you. And it feels almost a little bit like a quest, like you're on a quest. So embrace this exploration process. Embrace this transition, and embrace this discovery period for yourself, because it's just this strong student energy as well. It's that teacher and the student, and it's like you're learning so much right now, and so just continue to move forward and reach for that golden ring. And, you know, and always pack your good attitude and your tenderness, and look through those lenses of, you know, possibility and opportunity and positivity, and see what becomes possible. This card also is, for me, all about synchronicity. And this is so strong. So really follow those synchronicities. They're there to support you. Okay, I hope that this was helpful. Please, check out your rising and your moon sign, and along with your sun sign, because these are such general readings that it's really helpful to check out those other readings and piece together a more sort of holistic overall reading for you personally. And then, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Your comments are so sweet, so kind. They mean so much to me, and I sincerely appreciate it. I love you. I love you. Have a beautiful couple weeks, and I will see you in October.